Hi, it's Debbie Williams, and this exercise that we're going to do today is what I call success shoes, and it's an opportunity to gain insight on how naturally lean people think, feel and behave around food. We've all seen them, those people who can leave half the food on their plate and feel satisfied. They can leave half the cheesecake or even 2/3 of it because they didn't fancy it. And how on earth do they do this? And lots of the techniques that I teach on the Hypnosis Weight Loss Club and the downloads that go with it will help you to have mastery over naturally lean people's strategies. And today is a simple exercise that can help you along the way. Because literally I'm going to put up hundreds and hundreds of exercises. Many will be free and some will be a little bit more complicated, so they'll be on recordings, but they will help educate you to think differently. And this is the same exercise that I've done when I've worked with sports people. Imagine, a golfer who wants to improve his game, and I get him to, okay, whenever you go to play golf, what I want you to do is to step into Rory McIlroy's shoes, or Luke Donald, or even Sevi Ballesteros, whatever their hero is, and I want you to stand the way you imagine they stand, to hold the golf club the way you imagine they hold it, to look down the fairway and to almost like channel them and let them take the shot. And what's happening there is they're making these micro muscle movements and they're shifting themselves out of their own state of mind, and they're leaving behind a lot of their limitations of, oh, I always miss that shot, I'm never very good at this. And all of that nonsense is gone because they're so busy focusing on the see, hear, feel. How does this golfer see out through his eyes? How does he hear and talk to himself? And how does he feel in his body? And whilst they're focusing on that, they have access to new ways of thinking, and it will change their behaviour. And I've done this consistently over the years. I've worked with a lot of golfers and they've come back and they've had their best sort of month ever because they've stepped out of their own limiting behaviours, but they brought them into it and they've added to their own skill sets and they've set themselves free of the stuff that's held them back. So what I want you to do is to think of somebody that you admire that is naturally lean and healthy and ideally happy. They don't have to be, and you don't even have to like the person. I quite often choose Holly Willoughby because I think she's got a really lovely attitude. She seems lean, healthy and happy. She's not a skinny. She's got a lovely shape. And I know when I step into her shoes, all of a sudden I look down because I think I've grown a bust, and then I realise, oh, no, I haven't. I use her quite often, or my friend Fresh Day. Whenever I step in Fresh Day's shoes, it's like food just goes right below my feet, as if, oh, I can't be doing with that. And because she's sort of a performer and a dancer, and she says to me, she says, oh, if I put a few pounds on, I listen to your Stop Overeating CD, Debbie, and then the next day I don't eat. And I think, but you're not supposed to not eat. And she says, but I'm just not hungry. She says, but she's one of these, I'm not really a foodie type person, and she can switch it off like that, and my recording really helps her do that. And so I've learnt from her of, well, oh, I've got to cut down to food. Ooh, no thank you for today, because I'm doing this and this, and that'll be my fuel to keep me going. And so if you can't think of somebody, then maybe come back to this, or choose Holly Willoughby, or choose me, even if you want to. And what I want you to do now is to just stand up and close your eyes and just imagine in front of you is the person you want to learn from today. And ideally choose somebody that's the same sex as you. And as you think of that person now, I want you to step forward with your eyes closed into their shoes and just imagine, how do they stand? Move your body so that you stand the way they stand. Do they have their hands crossed? Do they have their hands behind their back? Are they at the side? How are they holding their shoulders? How is their head positioned on their body? And just imagine how they see out through the world, how they talk to themselves, and how they feel. And how do they feel towards food? And just run through an average day of how they eat, how perhaps they enjoy exercise. So what's breakfast for them? And then the next meal they have, get a sense of, are they thinking about food at all, or are they busy doing what they do? And then lunch, then dinner and any snacks in between. And then the evening. And just imagine if they were there coaching you for this next week, teaching you. Well, if it was me, I'd perhaps be slowing down now and I'd actually be tasting the food, because I notice you're eating very fast and it's almost like you're in this weird trance. You're not actually paying attention to the food, but I actually taste my food. Oh, what a concept. And actually, you know, if you eat the rest of that, that's too much food. You're going to feel a bit full. I don't like that feeling in my stomach, so I kind of know if I eat that, I'm going to feel a bit bleh. So that's why I stop, because I can always have more of that tomorrow. It's not going out of fashion. And so just think where you could be a week from now, having them helping you and teaching you on a day-to-day basis. And one client of mine said that she went to Wilkinson's and it was after Easter and they put all the Easter eggs there, 75% off. And she grabbed a load of them, put them in a basket. And then she said, I heard your voice inside my head saying, what are you doing? And she said, I was having this little conversation inside my head with you. Well, I'm buying these for the grandkids. And I said to her, well, will they actually see it? And she thought, well, oh dear, no, because the grandkids aren't coming till Sunday. I'll probably wolf these down before it even gets to Sunday, because they'll drive me crazy having them in the house. And how will I feel after doing that? Well, I'll be mad at myself, because she'd been taught, well, I can eat whatever I want, just not all at once. And if I eat this, how will it feel over time? And she just stepped forward into, if I do buy these, I probably will eat the lot. And I'll feel angry at myself and think, was it worth it? Just the fact that they were, you know, a bargain. And she said she put every single one back and went on with her shopping. And it was no hardship whatsoever. And naturally lean people have the understanding of how food feels over time, so that they can see in advance of, oh, maybe I need to stop now. And it doesn't mean to say that they don't overeat occasionally, of course they do, but they learn from it. And that's the whole purpose of the tick chart and everything else that I'm teaching you. So just imagine, where could you be a year from now, having this person coaching you, having me coaching you, and as you add to your team other helpers that can help you at the times when you need it. And then when you're ready, step back into your own shoes and bring that person with you to help you and to guide you and to support you, so that you know that you're not on your own. Great talking to you today, and come back into the room and just move your body and feel good. Bye now.